our next session. We are saddling Alpha today with the English saddle. It has become quite useful. It's not falling off. The new cinch that I assembled for it from larger horse tack is working. And I watched one of my old videos and I had said a while back, we can put the saddle on even if we're ground driving and getting them used to the cart shafts. Uh-oh, the boys are having an issue. Yeah. Sorry, it happens with kids and boys. Now let's watch the saddling. It's becoming kind of routine. With horses, and even with cows, the routine allowed them to just learn to stand there and not make it difficult to tack them up. Will the alpacas do that for me? By the way, update on carrots with greens. My two alpaca boys do not seem to be inclined to eat the greens, and they're not inclined to eat the carrots that aren't orange. So we're going to be using those greens and those different colored carrots for other purposes, but not for the alpacas. Okay. Can you take the ground driving lines? Issues. Yeah, they're having issues, just like kids do. We may... Now, I'll tell you what.
Get him out first.
When we come back, by the way, can you remember to step up on the blue step up on a flat ground like over there? Oh, you're going to do it now? Okay, and we're sure the cinch is tight, right?
Yes.
Okay, he doesn't seem to mind the cinch at all. And we're trying to get him used to letting kids step up on the step-ups and get into the saddle one of these days. I even have some Sacramento children that might be coming here. They're very anxious to learn about alpacas. Yeah, kind of don't pull, just kind of give and take, give and take. And let's get them used to that sound that we always use for equines. That means step forward. That's it. Good. My family of turkeys is out there eating the greens around my carrot plot. Yeah, I see. Do you see any indication from him that he might be not willing to let a kid under 100 pounds climb into that saddle? Tavis, do you see any body language?
It's hard to say.
Hard to tell? Okay, repetition. We'll do it over and over again. Can you move the step up a little closer to him, or move him closer to the step up? Gonna line them up next to the step up for a kid. Okay, now see, that's the kind of step away that we don't want to encourage. What are we going to do if he does that when somebody mounts that step up to get in the saddle? we've got to use arm extensions, pressure of any sort that explains to Alpha that's the wrong answer. Okay, let's deal with this problem as it is occurring. By the way, I looked it up. I have over 120 subscribers to my Urban Alpaca Girl show. For a decade, when I did the Urban Cowgirl show, by the time those 10 years were over, I had thousands of subscribers worldwide for my Urban Cowgirl show. And what is unique about my shows, so far as I can determine, that's good, is that I show what works and doesn't work. I don't just show the finished product. We show the educational program to get there, so that other people who are trying to train their alpacas can get there too. That's right. That's good. Now the hard part is going to be swinging that right leg over the saddle.
Without him going.
Yeah, that's good. That would be good. Oh, good. Oh my goodness. Do you want to put a helmet on? That's an idea. Just use the knee for the weight. Very good. His mouth is open. He's kind of chewing. He's not sure what's going on. His ears are back. But he's doing okay. He's behaving okay. This is quite an accomplishment. I'm curious what Beta will do when we try to do this. Maybe at our next lesson. I love that. Putting the weight on the saddle with your knee. Yeah, and if he runs into the blue step up, no big deal. We don't want him freaking out from that. All right, very nice. Now, can we go through the corridor? Remember, the corridor is kind of our training area for doing things between shafts. Walk into it and then back out of it. And if you need arm extensions, we have long pieces of PVC here to help. Again, we don't have an extra helper today, but Dee with Jalen came here last week, and I think she may be able to work with us more often. He's actually looking to you for guidance. I can see it in his body language. He's trying to say, what is it you want me to do? Okay, he stepped over the base of the jump. Okay, now let's say you want to back him up. How are we going to back him up straight? He can't be swinging his hips if he's in the cart shafts. And say the word back. He can learn the words. Yeah, we don't want that. He has to be corrected. You apply pressure if they're giving the wrong answer. Good. Back. Back. Okay, being that that's the first time we've done it, it wasn't perfect, but it's gonna be doable with repetition. Especially if we had another person here to touch his hips if he starts swinging them over. Very good, very good. Now, is he going to step over? Is he going to avoid tripping over that jump standard? Who knows what we'll run into on the trails here. Not motor vehicles, but who knows what might be in the trail. Now, will he be able to back him into the cart shafts? back, back, back. Good. Now okay, good. It's okay. You don't have to go all the way in the first time. Now what's he going to do if he touches the shafts? I trained my mini cows to pull carts. There were no insurmountable issues. Okay, and say back, back. Now, if he does happen to touch the shaft, I'm hoping he'll correct himself. Uh-oh, now he's got his front, okay, he's stepping over. We've got to do it again. That isn't the right answer. He has to put all 4 legs between the shafts. I'm stepping forward here. We're getting some extra watering out here. We're going to try to get more green grass here in the training area. Beta's all the way out there in the back pasture. Doesn't seem to be interested in this lesson so far. By the way, when Tavis went to get the boys out of the big pasture today, they were already walking down the fence line to come to the training session. That's good. That's good. Let's just give them a reward. No pressure, just good feelings. Okay, now the objective of going out with Alpha into the big pasture today is to take him to the water tub. Do you remember when you took him and he started playing in it? And then my camera had lost space on the USB card and I didn't know it. Let's do it again because I'd like to show my viewers, if he'll do it again, how comfortable he was out there with a saddle on in the big pasture at his water play tub. And here's my irrigation. I'm going to move it every day to a slightly different place. Okay. And I have a timer on it, so I turn it on in the mornings and let it irrigate without causing an empty tank. I'm hoping by next year I'll have a second tank. I can't keep all my pastures fully green because I don't have enough tank storage for the water. Okay, Beta saying, oh, he's going out to the big pasture. I'm going to. Okay. He just was watching. He was busy eating, but he was also watching. Beta is definitely going along. And in my opinion, besides just wanting to be with his buddy, he's observing. He's learning. On Beta's saddling lesson, where we went out into the big pasture a few days ago, Beta got an A+. He was so good. Beta's looking back to see if Mom is coming. He's going forward. And I'm carefully going forward because the ground is uneven out here, but at least I can see the ground. You can see where the pasture's green and where it could use some more water. Okay, they're at the black tub, and I think I'm going to try to, yeah, I think he went in. I'm going to try to get closer to show you. I think he's in the tub. I'm almost there to show you on the camera. I heard his foot touching the tub. Did he go in?
Yeah.
Can you do it again? So now that I'm closer. He likes to be splashed. Yes, yes, he's going in. Okay. We couldn't get Beta to do it, but we'll be working on it with repetition. Maybe now that he saw Alpha do it, he'll do it next time we try. He's definitely following you. He's definitely kind of learning. If his buddy Alpha can do it, he can do it. I'm inclined to go to one of our gates and just rattle it, because wouldn't it be nice to take them out when we have enough team members with saddles on both of them to the rancho's trails. So go to one of our gates and don't open it, because of course we've got Beta behind him without even a halter on, but rattle it. When I built my perimeter fencing, I put in 5 gates. This is 6 acres, this property, so that we can go out to those 20 lineal miles of rancho's trails with any of our livestock, with any of our sanctuary animals, and enjoy the trails. And have occasions where interested families can bring their children to enjoy the livestock on the trails. Remember, these are my open gates where I just use panels. I leave it open. If we want to let the boys come in this way. There are occasions where we close it because we can have sanctuary animals here from my other sanctuary site to enjoy what we have to offer here and to train with us on the trails. And I also have a very wonderful arena at my other site. So when the boys are ready to do cart driving, I have a cart there waiting for them to be hitched to in the arena. Alpacas will even travel in a car. But I do have a horse trailer and a truck, and they have been trailered before. As a matter of fact, closer to the time, we'll have to remind them how to trailer load. I'm almost in the back pasture, and Tavis is already there with Alpha. Shook the gate. I have the gates locked, chain locked with combinations at this time because I don't want anybody coming in to my pastures without me knowing and my permission. Yeah, I can just picture it. When we have both boys saddled and haltered and a couple extra team members, we're gonna go out that gate and turn to the right, go down the outside trail, and come in one of the other gates into the big pasture. That'll be our first exercise. Then if we go out that gate and go left, we will go all the way to a road called Ramada Road, and there may be some traffic there, not much. But just in case, we want to desensitize them to traffic noise. That might be a place to do it. Now he's going into his wading pool here that we keep full. It's August 4th today. We're definitely in the middle of summer, and they are definitely getting their fleece back on. Okay, he's tripping over the edge, but that's okay, he's not freaking out. While I'm back here, I'm going to go into shed 3 and show you what the alpaca boys are doing with orange carrots. They start to eat them and then they drop them out of their mouth. But all of these carrots with greens that Dee brought, they're not eating them. So I'm going to be cutting the greens up and putting them into my carrot soil where I'm going to be cultivating carrots. And then yellow carrots like this one, I'll eat. They're just not eating them. Okay, good. But they absolutely love orange carrots without greens. See, nope, no one could. Now, if you put that in front of a horse, yum. Beta joined us all the way out there and romping back. Now, can he anticipate that the next lesson he's going to be the one to back up through the training corridor back into a cart shaft? He probably doesn't think ahead like that. But maybe he'll remember seeing Alpha doing it today. And Alpha is definitely getting an A+ for today's session. And Alpha's usually pretty good about untacking. Yeah, he's got his ears back and he's kind of looking out of his peripheral vision, but I don't think he's scared. We'll see. Okay, off came the cinch. He allowed, without concern, the saddle and the pad to be removed from his back. I know he knows now that his lesson is done for today. I know he knows that. Okay, and I know he'll go out that gate and join his buddy Beta, who's already in the corral around shed 2. Oh, and he came over here to kind of smell the pad. Interesting. He was kind of curious, what is that thing? I'm glad. Investigating. Not running away from it. Not the least bit scared. Yellow hay, fine. I know that they like green hay the best, or grass, but yellow grass, they eat too. I feel bad for some livestock around here when I see them trying to find a blade of grass of any sort in all the dirt that exists in the pastures here, because very few people irrigate their pastures in the summer. As a matter of fact, I might be the only one. Okay, let's go put those carrots with greens closer to where we're going to process them in a useful manner. I'm showing you what the boys do after a lesson, not the least bit concerned. And again, Tava said, tell the viewer what they did when you went out to get them today.
I think they saw me coming out here and they started coming in.
They just started coming in. And we used to, remember, you could go to the old shows. We used to have to go out there with a team, with arm extensions. We used to have to tell them what the right answer is. They now know what the right answer is, and they know how to enjoy life here at Shadrach Farms. Oh, and can you open that panel? That's just a 6-foot panel. It serves as a gate. You can see how nice my back pastures are. And at night, the boys only get to hang out here around the sheds and behind the sheds. They don't get to go out in the big pasture because I worry about neighborhood dogs and wildlife attacking them. But they don't mind hanging out here. They usually start right here at shed 1, and then they'll sometimes go behind the shed, and then usually by the middle of the night, they'll be at shed 2, and by close to dawn, they'll be at shed 3, because they know that the big gate is going to be open for them to the big pasture. And then they somehow decide where they're going to lay down in the big pasture, always together. I'll always find them together. And now Tavis and I will go in and we'll upload the show. And those people who have subscribed will find out that we have uploaded a new urban alpaca girl show. This is Sonia Sokolow. Leave me comments on YouTube or at my email, soniasokolow@gmail.com. And